Alright, this just came in, and you know, with everything going on, you gotta be careful. It doesn't come in a super fancy bag or box or anything like that. It just came in this box. It was wrapped up kind of like this on the outside of the box, so I had to take that away. Oh, I smell it. It smells better than new car smell. Alright, so there it is. I guess I'll undo it right now. I decided to get this instead of getting a custom leather wrap steering wheel at this time because I really wanted to try carbon fiber to see how it felt. And since, you know, I got nothing better to do at home than, you know, look at anime and stuff, so I decided, hey, let me go ahead and just order things I was going to do on the car in the summer and do it now. That way when summer comes up, it'll all be done. So yeah, it comes wrapped up like this. I don't know how I'm gonna undo it, but I got my gloves on, so I can treat my fingers a little harshly. See? That doesn't hurt. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, there you go. Another piece. Oh, I see. They wrap it around, so I can just do that. Put that over there. Oh, leave that on. Come on. Alright. Oh, I ordered this from Burnz. B-U-R-N with a Z. They do a whole lot of other things, but they had a sale going on, so maybe you happen to have gotten one of their things on sale. They have a whole bunch of stuff, carbon fiber. But I was hoping they'd get one of the key covers. It's a carbon fiber key cover for oh, that was the nail, for the Subaru keys. And they probably have other keys and stuff, but I was hoping to get one of those because it matched this red carbon fiber that this has. Okay, do that. Take that off. Woo. Alright, so see if I can find a piece of it that I can undo so you can look at just how red it is. There you go. Just a little portion. Alright. And the bottom, of course, is the same. Look at that. Look at that. Look how red that is. Here, look at the stitching red too. Look at that. You looking at it? Yeah, look at it. So you can see whether it matches the same red or not. Alright, so these are a definite upgrade from the stock steering wheel, and I don't know how many people argue about upgrading the steering wheel. If you have a base model, if you have one that doesn't have the steering wheel with the leather that's got the little indents in it, if you don't have that steering wheel, you more than likely need to upgrade your steering wheel because it will look like absolute garbage. And it's not leather. This is leather, but the stock steering wheel is not leather. It's just not. It's just this. Basically, it's just like a rubber glove. Two pieces of rubber just around it, and it stretches over it, and they put a little fake little sewing. It's no good. It's no good. It's worse than polyester. So I have taken this out of the box. I have talked enough, and I look forward to getting I gotta get a torque wrench. I already have a 17 mil, and I have an extension, but I'm gonna get a few extensions just in case, you know, something happens. I'll have them. And I look forward to installing this, and tomorrow I'll be getting something else in that'll get rid of all the silver inside the car. The final thing I needed for installing the steering wheel anyway. Oh. It's cold, y'all. One side says Newton meters, the other side says foot pounds. Ah, right there. Well, I'll figure it out later. On the inside of it, there's a little hex this size, T35. That's what this says. But yeah, on the inside of this, trying my best not to break these because they're plastic. Make sure you do them both at the same time. That probably saves some trouble. Anyway, here, there's a little unlock symbol with arrows pointing that way. You turn it clockwise, and it'll open up that. And you put the thing there, and it holds it in spot so that you can turn the rest of it down here, and then you can get it just right. And remember, counterclockwise to tighten, so not clockwise, counterclockwise when you're tightening it back on here. And that's how that goes. Don't use towels when you're cleaning it, or else it will leave behind residue that you can't get out easily. I'm not doing the install till Sunday at the earliest. Well, it is the perfect day to work on the car. This is the first Sunday that I'm actually just home, you know, because of what's going on with. I called it that just in case, you know, that YouTube algorithm wants to kick in. Anyway, disconnected the battery. I just have that there to keep them separated. I left that there. I didn't disconnect it here. I just disconnected back there because taking that from there is harder than doing that. So take the easy way. Now, time to do the steering wheel, which I won't be recording, but if something important happens, I'll let you know. You can just watch the Subi Speed video. It basically covers everything you need to know. So the bottom one is easy to get to. So just, I have the steering wheel perfectly straight. You can't quite see, but yeah, I have the steering wheel perfectly straight, you know, top up here and bottom down here. That was the glove. And if you pop the bottom one, it's easy. The side ones are the difficult ones, so good luck with those. All right, pro tip, give your head enough room. So once you've done the right side, which it's easy to see down here because you got all that empty space, don't try and do it up here. There's no space over there. So turn the wheel so that it's facing this way, and then you got all this space to work with. Trust me on that. Whew. Alright, I got it. It took 30 minutes. It shouldn't have taken 30 minutes, but I got it. And don't forget, unplug the battery again. Make sure you unplug the battery because you've turned the wheel back 0 again. Unplug the battery. Unplug the battery. Now that you've disconnected those 3 pins, unplug the battery. I'm just repeating that for, you know, just in case you were on your phone while watching this video. Some people don't pay attention, like me. Oh, there's enough light. Alright. One thing they neglected to mention, when you're pulling this out, there's a little thing right here. You hear it? You push that down, then you pull it out. Don't just start pulling. Push this down, then pull it out. Those were easy to get off. You have to have something small enough to fit underneath the yellow things. So just in case your flathead's not small enough, this was small enough to fit under there. So just, you know, under, and then they pop up. Well, they don't pop up. You have to pull them up a little bit, but don't pull them too far, and then just pull them out after that. They're a little tricky, just a little. All right, and then of course just be careful with that because that's delicate. All right, play by play. In order to get that just loose enough where you can work with it, you're gonna have to lock it, the whole steering wheel. Once you've done that, just go back, plug it back in, turn the steering wheel back straight center. Unless you can remember this, you know. Just pro tip, you know. Don't turn it off now. Okay. All right. I don't know how swole you are, but you really gotta pull this thing. So I had to, on the video, he kind of wiggles it back and forth as he's pulling at the bottom and the top here. So just wiggle that thing, and then, you know, make sure you don't take the thing all the way off, or else you will hit yourself. You would hit yourself. Can you imagine the pain you'd feel? This steering wheel's just this side and that side just hitting you in the face. Well, it would be in the face if you have a, you know, a modified seat, you know, a different seat, and it's really low, it'd be in the face. But if you have the stock seat, it might not be in your face. But either way, you know, just leave your 17mm thing on there and you'll be fine. So I need to take that off now. One other thing I didn't mention earlier, this pin here, it has a thing you gotta press in at the top. So just be aware of that. Instead of trying to take this off first, go ahead and flip it over and just pop that out. I use that and just squeeze the larger size in, and then it'll go right in there. Plop that out, and then it'll be here, so it'll be easier to take that apart. You gotta push that down and separate it. Don't be too rough. Nothing happened, but you know, just saying, don't be too rough. All right, I gotta undo the rest of this. When you're taking off the cover, I recommend taking off this bottom part first. That was the most difficult part to get off. Once you undo that, because all the pressure, so I gotta undo some things, but once you undo the pressure that's being pressed down here, it's easier to get the rest of it off. All right, you gotta undo those, and then it'll disconnect the black part from the wires, and the wires are still connected to this. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I know I'm taking everything off, I'm gonna go ahead and undo everything and just take the wires with me, because I'm not 100% confident I'm gonna put those back as good as they are right now. So let me see if just undoing the 2 things that are still connected will set this free. All right, okay, that pops out. Come on, that pops out. All right, yeah, so if you want, you can keep that right there and just undo the 2 screws here, and then they come right off, and then you can put it on the new steering wheel. That is almost everything. I just need this screw. I don't need it, I just need the screw, even though I'm going to well, check this out. Subaru, listen to me. Subaru, I know you're listening, listen to me. Why did you paint this silver, but it's actually this color? This color would have been great. In fact, you could have matched it to this. Look at that, look how close that is. Look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna just put this over here with this, because I don't need any of this anymore. Oh yeah, come on now. Now, unfortunately, they didn't have a matte, M-A-T-T-E version of this, but nonetheless, this is a whole lot better than stock. So I figure while I'm replacing the steering wheel, I might as well do this too. So this is probably the first thing you do. Go ahead and put that in its spot, flip it over. Oh no, don't move, please don't move. Just stay still, there you go. And then grab that screw, This screw is exactly the same as all the others, so if you get confused with your screws, it's okay. It's all right. Let me do my ratchet. No, it's wrong way. There we go. There we go. Don't over torque it. Torque. Don't over torque it. Torque. All right, you don't need to see the rest of this. You're fine. Don't forget to take the clips off. Don't forget those. You gotta take those off. You're gonna need those. Almost, you know. I didn't need these anymore, but no, I still needed these. What in the world? There we go. That's one. Again, the bottom one's the easiest because you can just. Now I'm gonna need a different tool, but the bottom one's the easiest to reach. Oh, that you can just kind of pull it up and then pull it out. It'll just go that way. They look like they are all the same, so I guess it's a similar situation here. Just up and forward. Oop. I don't know which one's which. Look for the little triangle here, triangle up there, and the triangle here. You gotta make sure the elephant side of it fits over that. So I guess it goes that way. There you go. And then get it nice and tight. That should do it. All right, as you're putting everything back together, two things to note. Don't put the one piece here back there yet. Make sure that's still disconnected. It's gonna look kind of funny at first because technically these go well past where the leather is, so it's going to be over the leather, so just, you know, be aware of that. I tightened it a little bit just to get it on there. Just make sure, let's see, this goes behind that, so make sure that goes behind. All right, actually once you have it behind, you can put it back on there if you want. And then the other piece, where is it? Oh yeah, it's at the bottom here. Connect that later. But make sure you tighten these down before you get to that part. So go ahead and tighten that. There, that's perfect. And then same here. Oh yeah, torqued. Don't forget the last screw goes over there for this. All right, so now this goes behind. I guess I'll just do that, and then this other piece goes underneath. Let's see, make sure, yeah, that other piece goes underneath. Might want to connect that before you get all into it. There you go, boom. So now everything is kind of in place. The last thing is that screw here. Yeah, make sure that's above that. Get that screw in there. There we go. That wasn't close enough to it. Don't over torque. Perfect. I'd press all the buttons before you commit. All right. I mean, just, you know, just press them just in case. Let's see, make sure everything lines up because there's a possibility it won't. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I didn't have that on there, and so I'm gonna loosen this one more time and make sure the back of it is properly placed on it. That's a woodpecker. So once more, I recommend doing this on a cleaner surface, but you know, it's fine, as they say. Let's see, yeah, tuck that over there. That might help. So that's good. All right, yeah, I think that's what was keeping it from being flush and having proper fitment. There you go, proper. All right, that's okay. That's that. I'm gonna clean the steering wheel a little bit and then continue. All right, now you remember when he was saying be careful. This is a very important part. Once you have it straight the correct way, it's gonna be obvious, because if you take it off if you take it off, it's going to fling, and then you're gonna hit these. So that's what he meant by be careful. They're fine, they're fine. So now, once you get the wheel on and you think it's in correct orientation, go ahead and put the screw on real quick, even if it's just a little light. And then you can try and connect if you wanna disconnect it and then turn it a little bit or turn it a little bit. But it's real obvious because once you put it in a spot, it links up with the steering again. And it'll be real obvious. 29 foot-pounds. Make sure you plug up everything so that, so this goes back there, and then these three go on here, and then you're done. But make sure you do 29 foot-pounds first, yeah. And there it is. I'm gonna take some nice pictures so I can have some nice wallpapers to replace the stock pictures that Subaru had of the steering wheel and stuff like that. But yeah, that looks really nice, and it feels nice. Like right here feels nice, but then down here, right here, this area right here, where that straight line goes all the way down and it wraps around. Oh, it feels good down there too. That feels okay, you know. And then this line right here that goes down, oh yeah, that feels good. And yeah, so I'm happy. I am glad I'm done with that nasty stock wannabe leather steering wheel. Shoot, it wants to be faux leather. It's not even like fake leather. It's just like a piece of plastic with another piece of plastic wrapped around it. It's terrible. And there's only one thing to do: replace it with something nice. All right, anyway, I would do this, and this today, but I don't have this, and because of Canadian laws, I might not have that either. The people that make the Duralin shift knob, can you think about making a one that would, you know, fit on top of this? You know, even if I have to, you know, tighten up the end of it just to make it fit. You know, just, you know, that'd be nice. You know, Duralin and then Duralin, that'd be nice. But anyway, it just black. You know, black's fine. I'm gonna get red here and red here and red there, so it's fine. But anyway, that's the install. I am done. I'm gonna go take a shower, eat, and I don't know, something like that. It is time to, yes, and I'm looking at the camera. So I have this, I've had this, and I also have, I guess I can showcase it like this.